Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Monster, and today we're going to be talking about stuff that the new ARC Trooper Fordo mold could do for the Black Series. There's a ton of stuff they could do with that, and we are going to just jump right into it. So real quick, if you're not subbed to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button, because we are doing a giveaway. Once we hit 5k, we are giving away this ARC Trooper Echo. You do have to be subbed to the channel to enter, so make sure you are subbed, and we are like only about 700 subs away, which is absolutely amazing. So thanks for all the recent support. Please hit that sub button if you're not already subscribed. And on to the video. So, as much as I did hate on this ARC Trooper Fordo figure that was revealed a few weeks ago by Hasbro during one of their Bring Home the Bounty Tuesday reveals, I do really think that this mold brings a ton of possibilities to the Black Series, and not the ARC Trooper part of it, but the helmet itself, and just strictly the helmet. While the ARC Trooper body does help with a few figures that I have in mind, it is the helmet that I have very high hopes for. But starting off with the easiest thing Hasbro could do, if they just want to repaint the already existing Fordo figure, they could do 3 different variants and do the 3 different Battlefront ARC Troopers with a Phase 1 helmets in the Gaming Greats line, which would be super cool. My only problem with this is I do actually prefer the Phase 2 versions, or the ARC Trooper versions, whatever you want to call it, over the Phase 1. So hopefully if they did decide to do this, I'm hoping they would include alternate helmets to swap out if you wanted to, but knowing Hasbro, they probably wouldn't do that. Either way, I'd just love to get the Battlefront ARC Troopers in the Black Series at some point, and if that means getting the Phase 1 ARC Trooper, I'd be perfectly fine with that, and that'd be a super easy repaint. But there are a few figures that are just absolutely perfect for the Phase 1 mold with the Rangefinder, which is actually the first appearance in the Black Series. We don't have a Phase 1 Trooper with a Rangefinder yet, so this is the first time we'll be seeing that, and there's a few figures that just absolutely stand out when it comes to Phase 1 Rangefinders, and the most obvious one right off the bat is Captain Rex. So I know a lot of people have been asking, when are we ever going to get a Phase 1 Rex? Are we going to get one? And for the most part, Hasbro is stuck to Phase 2 Troopers with a few Phase 1s here and there, but we haven't got a single Phase 1 Clone Wars figure. We've gotten actual movie figures, but no Phase 1 Clone Wars figures yet. So hopefully that does change, and this is the gateway that opens up the Black Series to Phase 1 Clone Troopers, and I think there's no better way to start it off than a Phase 1 Rex. That obviously does bring up a few questions, though. What pauldron will they use? Because we don't have a realistic style Phase 1 pauldron for Clone Troopers. What body would it use? Would it use the old clone body or the new clone body? And it is a really tough decision. But I do think it's a very tough call, and that's only because Hasbro's been going so back and forth lately when it comes to clones on which body. I would like to say that most of the animated style clones so far have been on the newer body, and you know, most of the realistic style have been on the older body or the Rex body, but one figure completely throws that off, and that is Clone Pilot Hawk. Clone Pilot Hawk is on the Rex body, even though he is a completely animated character, and that really throws off that theory where all animated clones are the new body and all realistic are the old body. So that does throw that off. But another thing that kind of throws that off is the Battlefront 2 Jet Trooper. This is a more realistic style trooper, but it is actually on that Rex body. So I don't know what they're really trying to do. I think they are just trying to experiment with different types of clone troopers here, but I think there is one thing that will definitively tell what body this will be on. And if we do end up getting a Phase 1 Rex, I think the thing that's going to decide what body he is on is actually the pauldron, because we don't have a Clone Wars Phase 1 pauldron yet in the Black Series, and for the most part, I think since Hasbro does try to go for that realistic style clone armor for most of the clones, I would think they'd go for a realistic style Phase 1 pauldron as well. And while there isn't, I guess, a definitive canon Phase 1 realistic pauldron, there are a few good choices. While I would love to get the one that was in Clone Wars, as it is pretty iconic to Phase 1 Rex's character, I just don't see that happening. I think Hasbro would go for that more realistic style, and we actually do already have that style in the Black Series, and that is Commander Bly's pauldron. It is the exact same mold as what the widely accepted canon phase 1 pauldron looks like, and it is the exact same mold pretty much. There is one problem: it does have a little bandolier going down the chest, so they would have to fix that somehow. But looking at the Sideshow Phase 1 5s, it does use this exact same pauldron. Same with this custom I'll throw up right now. Great Instagram page called Star Wars Black Series Concepts. If you do want to follow them, they'll be linked in the description. Great stuff. But he also does use this Bly pauldron as the canon, I guess, Phase 1 realistic pauldron. And I think that's what Hasbro would do. And I think this is the reason why we'll get it on the old Rex body. And that's because Bly's pauldron has little tiny pegs in the armor so it can fit on the Rex body. And so basically, they couldn't really do that Bly pauldron on the new clone body because they don't have a mold for the new clone body that has those little notches on the pauldron for it to glue in. And like I said, if you don't really know what I'm talking about, this Rex body has two little notches in the shoulder, and then the pauldron kind of like fits into those notches like a puzzle piece. And they did end up actually changing that on this body where there is no notches, but on the original Rex body it does have that, and same with the Bly body. So that means that Bly pauldron also has those notches, so if they did want to use that Bly pauldron, they'd have to use this Rex body to do it. And that's why I think if we do end up getting a Phase 1 Rex, it'll be on the old body with just the more realistic Phase 1 pauldron, and of course the new Phase 1 helmet with the rangefinder. I'd love to see this, and I think it would be a super cool figure to get, but I don't really know if it's going to happen or not. I'd like to say that Hasbro tends not to make new molds and then never use them again, but it has happened before, and I really hope that if they do decide to do a Phase 1 5s, I just said 5s, a Phase 1 Rex, this is the gateway into all of the Phase 1 clones that we need in the Black Series. But yeah, that is going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.